Start off by killing Fire Giant. I think Fire Giant's a good starting point because yeah, we haven't done Fire Giant. Let's go do that.
Hiya, Pachu.
Hiya, Pachu to you as well. How's it going, Mitchell? Hello, hello. Playing Coral Island, you're addicted again. I'm glad you are having a great time with it. Be too broke to go out for lunch and suddenly find money at any point after 3 p.m. Fair. I did. That is true. I specifically have gotten good at Melania. I've decided in the new year we're gonna start doing Godfrey with all weapons because I really want to do that, and I'm actually gonna record that one, and that's actually gonna become a YouTube video, unlike the Melania one, which I didn't do. But this one will actually become a YouTube video, and I don't think it'll take as long as Melania did. But now that I've said that, I'm probably jinxed myself, but I feel like it won't take as long. Maybe. But it's growing on you. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, I have such a good time with it. Also, Dan, now that you're here, I can probably thank you. Thank you very much for voice attack. We are 100% going to be using that for a lot of stupid shit. If not, there's like a bunch of things we're going to do with that. But number one, for sure, I'm going to beat Elden Ring with just my voice. That is 100% happening. I feel like it's not going to go great, and I'm going to rage, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It will. My kiddo also had a ridiculously good Christmas. He got a bunch of cool things from Santa that he's super excited about. And then my parents are pretty bad for like buying hundreds of gifts. They like to spoil him. So he spent if you've ever seen, you know, when people talk about like their kids being hyped up on sugar and like being super excited about stuff, which is not real. Like if kids have sugar, they're not hyped up on sugar. They're just hyped about getting sugar, so they're hyped about that, right? But he was like what you picture kids being hyped on sugar are when we were opening presents, because it was just like, okay, let me grab this one. 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 And was giving it to people to open then. And like he would open a present to go, ooh, pretty. Okay, next present. And move on to the next one without even like acknowledging what he had really gotten. Thankfully, he has the rest of like the next week to be able to actually play with all the stuff. But yeah, it was very much a, oh, thank you so much. Okay, where's the next one? He would take presents out of a bag and they were all wrapped and go, okay, I've opened this present, and move on without actually opening any of the physical gifts. It was really funny. Sound for the attack should be an imitation of Link going hiya. I could. You know what I could do, clown? I could do hiya for the attack and hiya Pachu for a strong attack. Although that might get confusing. The thing might recognize the hiya and do a light attack instead of a strong attack because it doesn't get the whole way through. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe I do hiya for the light and Pachu for the strong. That would work. To be a kid again, I know, right? He had a great Christmas though, and I'm really happy that he seemed to be very, very excited and there are so many toys. Oh my God, I cannot wait to move back into the house. This apartment feels smaller and smaller every single day with all the shit that keeps arriving at this apartment. How's it going, stars? Happy post-Christmas. Hope you're doing well. Christmas Eve, love it. Christmas Day, did your normal phone. Oh, that's awesome. And then cry. Well, I hope you had a lovely call, and I hope you had a great Christmas as well. Did you get a chance to eat good food? If our channel point redeems do light and then heavy attacks, I would love to set up Twitch Plays Elden Ring, which I imagine I could probably easily do if I just learn how to do the coding for Pokemon. I don't know if you would be able to do it, but that would be really funny. By the first ever boss, I would honestly, Knight, I would love to see you all try and beat the entire game. I think that would take the better part of like 2 months, if not longer. But I think if you collectively work together to like pick up the correct things, you know? 2 months are being nice. I am. I'm doing good, Stars. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Purge was smooth. Had to pack everything in 6 bins and fit in your car. Yep. Yeah, another good way to purge is house fire. I don't recommend it, but house fire was successful. Remembrance bosses and Rick. I think, Dan, it would be just beat the game. And it wouldn't be remembrance bosses. It would just be beat the game. You have a good meal? Excellent. There was 5 restaurants. Ooh, let's go. Okay, okay. Hello, Fire Giant. Can we all agree Ferrari ending? That will be a question at the time when it happens. It would also mean I wouldn't be able to stream on my actual stream for like 2 months, if not longer. I could use that as a vacation. Hey, are you a Twitch streamer and you want to have a vacation? Just set it up so that Twitch chat plays the game for you, and then you don't have to worry about being there because they've covered the content. Hi, Fire Giant. I don't imagine this being particularly good, but I don't imagine it being particularly bad. I also have a feeling that it's not going to hit very well. Let's see. You know what? Sometimes it pays to be wrong. Good criminy. What the fuck? That is significantly more damage than I thought it was gonna be. I was expecting like 2K. I also haven't done this like run in like a day or a bit, so I forgot how much actual raw damage output this does, and it's kind of crazy. Uh-oh. Ha-ha! Never mind, no uh-oh. I live! All is well. Oh my god. That was 6,000. Can I hit you from here, actually? Hang on. I can! Ooh, okay. This is just bullying. This is crazy. I can't believe how much damage this is doing. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can I hit you here? Yeah. Nope, I missed. That's fine. All right, we finish him off with an R1 or an R2 or 2. Attaboy. One more R1. He's distracted. He's rolling. Okay, goodbye, sir. That was crazy. Wow, that was a lot of damage. How's it going, Pia? Just denied letting you buy things even though you've been going there for almost 4 years. What? Is there more details on this? Like what and why, or? No, two-handed sword does not boost the Ash of War, but I don't have anything else that boosts the Ash of War. So if you can think of something, let me know. I will go grab it. But I can't think of anything else that actually boosts the Ash of War. We have the Holy Scorpion Charm. We got the Ash of War Talisman. We got Godfrey's Talisman. I can't think of anything else. You go on holiday, come back, and we're on the on the fire giant. It could happen. Could. Depends on your build. Fight Melania, of course, absolutely. And buy monsters and snacks, and they just wouldn't let you buy it. That is super weird. Well, maybe mention that to the owners if you feel like you want to go back. How's it going, Zook? Yes, I do have Holy Scorpion. Yeah, I got Holy Scorpion. I got obviously two-handed sword, which isn't doing anything for the Ash, but is just a general, like, it's gonna increase the damage of our ones and our twos. We got Godfrey and we got the Ash of War Talisman. If there's another talisman I'm not thinking about that I could replace two-handed sword with, I will 100% take the tip. I can't think of one. Use Blue Dancer. The problem with Blue Dancer, so if I did that, right? Let's say I did that. I am currently rocking, hang on, 13.7. Blue Dancer does boost it, but it boosts it in a weird way, and it's not like the most helpful. I guess I could get Ritual Sword, actually. No, smithing doesn't work. I'm gonna go get Ritual Sword, though. I forgot about Ritual Sword. But yeah, Blue Dancer's a bit weird because Blue Dancer is like, it's not as good as other ones from previous games. In previous games, there was like a threshold where it was below your max weight and stuff. This one has like, as you get weight, it reduces how good it is. I don't know, super weird. I had to walk there and back for no reason. Yeah, that's fair. I would also be annoyed. Morning, Saki. How are you? How's it going? Hope you had a good Christmas. Presuming you celebrated Christmas. Hello, dragon. Goodbye, dragon. All right, let's go grab a Ritual Sword, because I did forget about that, and that is 10% damage. And we are basically exclusive using the Ash of War, so this does make sense to go get. Eight runs, 2 wins. Hey, Rand, is he also playing solo? Are you doing the new bosses, or are you doing the old bosses? Or are you doing Deep of Night? Or both. Or none of the above, and it's other. Hello, Zay. How's it going? Hope you had a great Christmas. How are you? Hi. Deep of Night. To be fair, Deep of Night is challenging, so I don't think that you're bad. I think Deep of Night's just hard.
Hiya, Pachu.
Yeah, no, and that 100% is, Arya, but the drop-off is very significant very quickly. Is the thing with it. Hiya! Well, I nearly one-shot that boss. Didn't one-shot, but nearly did. Now we might with a Ritual Sword. Maybe. How's it going, Bobby? How are you? Hope you had a good Christmas. How's it going? The freaking butterfly boss. Ah, the butterfly boss. Good times. Good times. I looked at a chart for Blue Dancer. Blue Dancer's still good, don't get me wrong. But it's just comparatively to, like, you basically would have to go no armor whatsoever. And the armor isn't really benefiting me right now anyways. but I could go get Rakshas's armor, which is an extra 8%. And when you have that combined with other options instead, it winds up being better. Technically for this, it wouldn't really matter, but it only boosts the physical damage anyways, so it's kind of like, you know. You saw nothing. Yes, I have the Holy Cracked here. You got the axe too. Excellent. Congrats. A seal and Stone of Garong. Would that make use? Probably it's physical damage, right? So probably. I haven't considered that, but if I ever do a Stone of Gronk run, yeah. Destroyed a lot of our Christmas decorations on Christmas morning. That sounds about right for a puppy. I'm sorry that happened. That does sound about right for a puppy. Puppies do be destructive sometimes, unfortunately. Hopefully it was a one-time thing and you can train them to not do that again. Turn the little squeaky balls. 7 hours old. Hot damn. Congrats to the furry parents. What do people call, what's it called when you're a pet parent? The pet parents? Furry parents could technically be right, but it also could technically be wrong. Okay, I need to go get the crafting kit so I can actually make sleep bots, because I do want to do that. Go celebrate personally, totally fair. Breakfast, FaceTime your niece, nice. Made out like a bandit, love it. Chill the rest of the day. Well, I'm glad you had a lovely day then. I am glad it was good. Okay, I need more mushrooms. Bach! Bach, I require mushrooms. Ah, Rogue and Bass. Rogue and Bass? Bass. Bass. I'm gonna go Bass. Rogue and Bass. No, it's Bass. Rogue and Bass. Mega Man? Rogue and Bass. Okay, okay.
You there? Could you help us?
Hello. How did that miss? Oh. Huh. Apparently if you do that, it doesn't actually hit.
Stop pretending you can't see.
That's weird. How about this one? Yeah, that one works. Weird. I guess you have to hit closer to the ground because he's very short.
Some you were just. Thank you. I was put and I ended up. Oh, when they and so this is all I
don't think I've ever actually seen that before. Okay, great. Back over here. Now, unfortunately, this is the last boss in the base game, aside from Gideon, who doesn't have crazy resistance to holy damage. So, although this will be good here, after here it falls off drastically. Unfortunately. But at the very least, we do get to enjoy it here. Wait, I should bring more blue. Hang on. We'll bring 3. 3's good. Okay. Hello, Godskin Duo. Rude. Wonderful. All right. So we do this. And we'll do skinny first, I think. Hi! Holy shit! Yeah. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Rude. Rude. And the fact it does it from range too is like crazy to me. Oh, right. He's like immune when he's like just arriving in the arena. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay. And then we drink again. Is this going to be enough? They might get one more summon. Oh, they do, but not the way that I thought they were going to. Wait. I want to kill you from range if I can. It's so much damage. Oh my god, this is so good. On the bright side, in the DLC, it's still going to be good, although we are going to have to fight 2 bosses that are a little fast, but it's still going to be really strong there, so not going to complain. Okay, we're still getting more benefit from the Faith. So let's go Faith. Excellent. Ooh, you got a UPS for your computer as your Boxing Day purchase. Love it. Great idea. It does do damage. It does crazy damage. My bark is as good as your bite. Thank you, Dan. Kevin, I'm near the end. Yeah, Malekith's bow only, I also did not find to be too bad, especially if you're using like a light bow, and you can do the attacks after a roll, mostly in phase 1. Phase 2, you have a lot more downtime, weirdly. How's it going, David? You ever done box quests before? You do get the ability to customize your armor, but there's only a limitation on each armor customization, unfortunately. But you can do that, which is cool. Nice to see you branching off. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan. So if we're doing 40... I want to say Gods Can Do is 40% resistance, right? So we're doing 40% less damage now. Use the black bow. It's a good bow. Doing good. It's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday. Any big plans for the day? Doing a run with this and the woe talismans? Not with this weapon, but I have considered doing a run where I wear all of the armor talismans that make you take increased damage. Specifically the ones that don't give you a benefit. Because I think that would be miserable and funny. I'm gonna try this Brian's way. Brian said that they do this and then they do... No, well... 5 bosses in span like 2 hours. Let's go. What bosses did you kill? Dan, thank you for the 3 months of subs gifted to Saki. I appreciate that. Heck the ads! Heck 'em! Heck 'em, I say! Yorm, Aldrich, Dancer, Osiris, and Gundyr. Ooh, okay, hell yeah. My resolution for the new year, I've decided, is not only to kill Godfrey with every weapon in the game, but also to actually learn all these skips so I can be consistent at them. Because I am clearly not right now. Welcome back, Damon. How's it going, Pug? Morning. What is your news? Did you get a shiny last night? Oh, you defeated Goldfree. Let's go. Congratulations. Now the true game can begin. Congrats, though. That's awesome. And that means you have a new talisman pouch. So you now have, you should have 4 now. If you haven't found the 4th one, I recommend going back to the round table. But you should have 4 now. Gave you Godfrey / Horlu vibes. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I believe Saki meant to respond to you, Pug. Only skip you know is the Volcano Manor bridge skip. I thought you couldn't do that anymore. Are you still able to? Yeah, so you're supposed to sprint at the end, which I am doing. I'm not running like for a long time. Maybe I should run for longer. But I am running, and I'm just bad at getting the angle on my jump correct, is the problem. I really just need more practice at it, honestly. You still can't do it. Well, fair enough. Oh, you're at the 2 Crucible night? Oh, good luck. Have fun. That fight sucks. I hate that fight. I hate that fight mostly in randomizers, but I hate that fight. You've done it once and you have no clue how. See, like I am running, but I just can't get my angle right today for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that's the one, Dan. You hate it too? There is not an easy trick. The only thing I could offer as like a piece of advice that I could actually offer is if you bring a summon, at least you can only fight one of them, but you still have to fight a Crucible Knight. There we go. You still have to fight a Crucible Knight. And Crucible Knights, until you learn them, will be hard. And then you just have to actually learn the fight, you know? Apparently I'm the goat at Elden Ring parkour. Apparently. Mortal Kombat vibes. Yeah. Yeah, I can see Gundyr being in Mortal Kombat. To plus 18. Nice. Excellent. You would be able, if you were to explore, you'd be able to get your claws up to maybe plus 20 if you wanted to. It won't make a huge difference, but you would be able to. Maybe plus 21, but I highly doubt 21. I think plus 20 is your limit right now. For the most part. You might be able to get a little bit more if you really, really explore, but... Dan, yep, agreed. Okay, this is gonna be a lot worse on Malekith here. Really? That's why I hate DTS back there. He can hit you through the door. It's very annoying. Uh-oh. Really? There we go. I mean, it's not 4,000 damage like it was on Fire Giant, but for 80% resistance, that's not bad. I'm not good at jumping that lately. I've missed that move up more than anything else, which is weird because that move is not particularly hard. Yeah. Unfortunately, I am losing out on my 10% damage boost from Ritual Sword right now. I'm rolling too early, that's what it is. Maybe too late. Might be too late. Nice! Nice try, sir. Oh, blammo. Nice. Yeah, definitely not as good. Definitely not as good, but better than I expected. I was thinking it was going to be like 600 damage. So the fact that it was 12 is like double what I was hoping for. So I'm pretty happy with that. Your generation's 6-7 was 21. I've never even heard of that meme. My generation 6-7 was my spoon is too big. But that was from an actual video, so I don't know if that really counts, but that was basically what it was. Help an invincible riding homie out. What? What is happening? I'm very confused as to what's happening in my chat right now. Ah, from a Vine vid? Okay, okay. You're stuck in generational limbo. Fair. You are allowed to if you want to. Be my guest. Quite eye-watering. Sounds good, Pug. I hope that the day goes well. You should be on like the, well, actually, no, you're in Boxing Day. Never mind, I was gonna say you're probably on the tail end of things, but today's probably gonna be insane. Well, maybe it won't be. You're in the States. You guys don't celebrate Boxing Day. I don't know. Is it gonna be insane today or no? You can tell me later. You did the hand thing. I am so disappointed of you. You did it ironically. You didn't. You didn't. You know you didn't. I'm sorry. Should be okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. 95. Okay, okay. And their knowledge and hand-me-downs. The 90s kids experience without having it directly. Hello, Gideon.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring. To become
Now,
Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs.
who knows what's gonna happen here? Let's find out.
Shall take the throne. That we
Apparently what happens here is he just dies in 3 hits. And only one of those was charged.
tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even
I'll take it.
you.
Suspicious amount of damage to holy resist enemies used against Fortis Axe and 2-shot. Really? Well, our next 2 bosses. Well, no, actually, I guess Godfrey is not 40% resistant. Okay, it should be good against Godfrey, but with Radabise, we'll find out how good it is. Because Radabise is definitely going to be like not good. It scales with strength, dexterity, and faith. However, the holy portion should only scale with faith, but the physical portion would scale with the other 2, so let's go do Romina next, and then we can come back. Romina into Letta and Friends, which Letta and Friends, because the Ash has that weird like hitbox on the ground if you do an uncharged, that there. I don't predict Letta and Friends, or Letta and Friend to actually be that big a problem. I feel like Letta and Friend is gonna be like really, really easy with it. It's also why I'm tempted to go do Rakshasa, because I don't think Rakshasa would actually be that bad. But Rakshasa, the problem with Rakshasa is not the fact that it's an NPC fight. The problem with Rakshasa is that it is a very poise heavy fight, which means Rakshasa is gonna just like, okay, you did your thing. Now I'm gonna hit you twice and you're dead because I can do that because fuck you. So that's why some things are always like, they wind up being worse on her than I think they're going to because of the nature of her attacking. I don't know. You had 80 faith. That would definitely do it. That would help for sure. I'm probably going to push my faith up to as high as I can now that I got strength of 40. I think I'm going to get more benefit overall from the 80. Or from the faith portion, more so. A lot of prep, not many customers. I would be... I don't know. I feel like Boxing Day is not a big day for, like, going out for lunch and dinner. Like, I feel like more people are going to go actual shopping and then maybe stop. If they're at a mall, they're going to stop into the mall and get food. So the malls will be busy, but I don't imagine restaurants are. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Haha. Yeah, food courts will get slammed. I would imagine that if there is a restaurant in a, you know, those like strip malls, if there's like restaurants there, if there's a takeout place especially, I bet that will get really busy. I imagine that drive-thrus will be pretty busy, but like an actual sit-down restaurant, mind you, after today, for the next like 4 or 5 days, those will be very busy for sure. Dog shop on a side street, not so much. Yeah, agreed, agreed. But I think that your next several days will be probably really, really crazy. Scorpion. Tomorrow to be held and not for 2 days. I would believe that. I can see that being the case. Oops, wrong one. That. That skip I have figured out. That one I have, like, I have a lineup and a direction that I'm like, okay, if I line up exactly here, I know what to look for. I can land it 99% of the time. I won't say 100 because there's definitely a 1% chance that I just die because I screwed up, but there's a 99% chance that I'm going to survive there. That one I've got what other skips have I got memorized now? There's the a lot of the DLC skips, which are not like the hardest skips in the world, I have memorized. I love breaking those open with the shackle because then it's like, somewhere a spirit spring has opened. It's like, yeah, right in front of me. I'm looking at it. That's why I did this. Ow. I probably don't need this much blue anymore. At least not for the DLC. So we will swap back to having more red. Excellent. Okie doke. Romina. We'll probably be able to get a fully charged attack right, or a fully charged Ash right off the get-go here. Which I imagine hits her because she'll walk into. It didn't hit her. Really? Well. And I poised through her attacks too. That's fascinating. Huh. Okay. Ma'am. Maybe I needed a little bit more blue than I brought. I am surprised she's not going to phase 2. There you go. I fully expected the phase 2 transition to be as she was hanging out over there. 4,500, and she's not like really wholly weak either. She's like fairly normal holy resist, I'm pretty sure. Maybe she's a little on the weaker side compared to the base game bosses, but I don't imagine that she's got more than like, or I don't think imagine that she's like actually weak to holy. You think this would one-shot PK? I saw that coming. You think this would one-shot PK? Want me to find out? We'll do it after. We'll do it after the run. I'll teleport myself over there and find out. I am curious. I'll give myself max Skidoo as well to see if we can one-shot PK. Yeah, maybe two-shot, maybe. Okay, if I wait a second this time before I start activating it. There we go. That'll make the difference. I also really like that I'm able to poise through her attacks. That's pretty cool. A little annoying sometimes, I won't lie. Ma'am, I'm on the other side of you. Okay. Now's my chance. Do it. Fuck. Man, the end lag. The end lag is nuts. We do have enough blue. That is true. That is true. Suiting the boss. A little bit. I agree. Okay, we wait a second. Nice. All right. So Romina has this weird thing. We saw this with the dragon spells where she's a little fast, or faster than you think she's going to be. Like her downtime in between things is not enough for a lot of these moves to happen. And I know that fucking PCR is going to be the same, but you know, PCR is like expected. Romina always throws me off with how fast she is. I never expect it for whatever reason. I gotta wait for the opportune moment. This is probably it. No, it's not. Well, I was committed. I'm committed again. How's it going, Anthony? Welcome in. Don't do it. Thank you. Oh, come on. I was in the middle of a roll. You saw it. I want to get on the other side of her there, I think, because I think that gives me the opportunity to actually do the attack. Nope, 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 nope. No butterflies. Thank you. Taking advantage of the range here is pretty good. Because I won't be able to do that on PCR. I'll be able to do it on some of the other bosses. Whoops, too early. Like, I can probably do the range on Godfrey. I can definitely do the range on Rada Beast. Or at least Beast. Maybe not Rada. That move I gotta do it on. I should do it there. Started the game a couple days ago. Nice. Sword Knight and Flame. It's a good weapon. It's a good choice. Romina is always harder than Mesmer. I find Romina to be easier than Mesmer for most of the time. If I'm using like this Ash of War or anything really slow, and I'm forcing myself to use that, I find her harder. But that's just because of the nature of her fight. I find her fight in general, for me, to be a lot easier. And the first time that I ever actually played and fought her, I first tried her. Which helped that I was using Starfist with cold. So, you know, bleed, frost. Voice damage. It didn't do the Ash when I wanted it to. No, I'm getting hit. I'm upset. Everything's fine. Okay, we do this now and then we drink afterwards. Oh yeah, I didn't timed it too early. So she took half damage. My bad. My bad, my bad. I miss. I'm furious. And then I missed again. I'm so mad. First Souls game ever. It's a good one to start with. It's a good one to start with. Kill with fire, dragon fire usually. Yeah, that's fair. That'll work. Would you say you're not okay? I would. I would, Bobby. I would. Holding infused milady with wing stance. Okay, okay. I forgot I needed to push the Ash of War. Okay, we're gonna try not the Ash of War. We'll do the normal weapon and see how much we can do with that. Because I do have a build for that as well, which we haven't used yet. So we're gonna swap out you for you. Both of those can stay. And then I want to change you to you. We'll try to take advantage of the poise damage this time. Because I feel like the Ash is just a little slow. Really good damage. Really, really solid damage, but just like a little on the slow side. We're still doing 2,700. Oh, come on. I'll do the Ash here because there's no reason not to. Man, still 3,000 damage with that Ash, even though I'm not actually like doing the Ash, is kind of nuts. I'm trying to get away. Am I fat rolling? No. That makes me sad that that didn't hit. Why are you that close? I'm upset by that. I did not like that. I did not approve. Give. Thank you. That's 5K. That is without the crit talisman too. That's actually kind of crazy. No, thank you. No, thank you. Goodbye, Romina. Yeah, once we stopped using the Ash on everything there, a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. All right, let's go back to the Ash because the Ash is really fun. Yes, there is a rolling attack talisman. There is a rolling attack talisman, and there is also a rolling attack armor that you can get as well, which do stack. Honestly, let's just keep doing Faith, I guess. Why not? Burst speed is rolling attacks are strong. I actually don't like them. They're not bad. But I'm not a, I don't know. They're not my favorite. They're like mid-tier. They're not the worst. There are definitely way worse rolling attacks than these. Like way, way worse rolling attacks. Rollouts to be pokes. I agree. I either like them to be pokes or I like them to be the Colossal. I think the Colossal is my favorite because the Colossal R1s after a roll are so fast. And it makes up for the slowness of every single other attack, you know? Simon fights based on Millennia. Not who I would have said, but I can see where the similarity is, but that's not who I would have said. Can I hit you? I can. Goodbye. Swipe as fast as the rest. Totally fair. Yeah, it definitely is. Like, this is faster than like this. For sure. But if I'm picking like, if we're talking about attacks on this, definitely. If we're talking about all the rolling attacks that have ever existed, there are definitely other ones that I would pick first over this one. Specifically Colossal, because Colossal rolling attacks are like, oh, they're so good. Great Katana rolling attacks, also really good. Big fan of those. Fist weapon rolling attacks, trash. Hate those. Claw attacks are high mid-tier, I think. If I remember correctly. Ow. Ow. I would have said that Simon was based on Artorias, personally. So I'm surprised that they said Millennia. I officially found something that I can kill those easily with. And I got the helmet. Let's go. That was really, really awesome, actually. That was really nice to actually kill those guys in like 2 hits. How much damage do you think we're gonna do with one charged Ash of War on PCR? Given the holy resist situation. Hate the R2 on Sword Knight, you personally like it. I am not as big a fan of the Sword of Knight compared to other katanas, but I can see why people like it. I just have other katanas where I'm like, these are better. I find that they're a lot more powerful. I'm fucking typing. Sacred like a sword can two-shot them. Not surprised, given that, you know, that. Why would you not aim correctly? What the hell was that, man? I was trying to aim at him and he just kept like looking like everywhere but the bird. Well, that was annoying. Goodbye. What the fuck was that? Why? Why did that happen? I was locked on and my character aimed it directly down at the stairs. Yeah, I've heard about Sword of Knight in PvP. I don't do PvP, so for me that's where my experience draws from, but I've definitely heard that it's very good in PvP. Goodbye. I missed. Aiming for the toes, apparently. Even though I was aiming directly at their body. You know what? Just because I can. How's it going, Deck? Thank you for cursing me. I appreciate it. How's it going, Delta? Christmas was good for me. We had a lovely dinner, a lovely time watching the kiddo open a bunch of gifts and stuff, and it was a good time. How about you, if you celebrate? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone for that. I thought I was gonna two-shot him. Let's not quote that one. That one makes me uncomfortable. Let's not quote that one. I'm gonna remove that one. That one's. Let's not do that one. Other things, yeah. That one, That's like leading into fetish territory, which it makes me uncomfy. Hiya! Perfect. Oh, 2 for 1. I'll take it. You got a PC kit. Ooh. Are you excited to build your PC? Which I presume is what the PC kit is build your own PC, I'm assuming. What the fuck? Why did it miss? Sometimes this thing just like straight up misses, and I don't understand why. Oh, I already got rid of a bug. I already deleted it. Magic and physical damage to scale purely on dex. Claws of Night are like, I like Claws of Night a lot. They're really good, especially if you do the Ash of War. It's the sort of Night that is in like a normal non-PvP scenario. I'm like, oh, it's not as good. Okay, we're going for 2 for 1 again, if I can. Nope. Cool. Bitten by then build a new one bug and you can't shake it. Hey, that's me with commander decks right now. I just finished building Kratos, but I could build Shadow the Hedgehog. So I am. I am still surprised that these guys are like not one and done enemies. I would have expected these to be, they die once and then they never come back. Goodbye. Right? But they don't. They come back for some reason, even though they're clearly like unique individual mobs, you know? Super weird. One of the most stylish weapons. This is true. It is very stylish. Commander deck. Indeed. I did build a Kratos commander deck. They had a you can still buy the Ragnarok one, I think. Don't quote me on that. They have a secret lair. Oh, come on. They have a secret lair, or had, depending on if you can still buy it. They had 2. There was a God of War Ragnarok one, which gave you like God of War Kratos. It gave you Atreus. It gave you Freya. And then they had another one, which was the God of War Greek Saga, which gave you Kratos again, but from the Greek Saga instead of from the Ragnarok Saga. I have it off to my side. I'll pull it out once I get past this guy. So I have a whole God of War deck, and the entire deck is built around Kratos, who will see when a god dies or when a god attacks, and then you're able to kill thing or to get experience counters and then put +1/+1 counters and stuff on you, and I love it. It's great. Keep playing God of War. You should. Long wind up, low hyper makes it not worth it. Agreed. Agreed. I was not impressed by the Ashore when I used it. Fortnite CCGs. It definitely is. I guess this would be my take, Bobby. I think that there are certain things that lend themselves to Magic very well. Final Fantasy is arguably one of not only the greatest Universes Beyond sets they've ever made, but also one of the best Magic sets they've ever made. Like, it nails everything aesthetically about Magic because it's a fantasy setting. It's really good. But then you have other ones that are not good, Spider-Man. And then you have other ones where it's hard to tell if it's going to be good, like Star Trek, which is coming out next year. My personal view is that there should be some Universes Beyond sets. Those should exist. I think those are totally fine. But the majority of the Universes Beyond stuff that is the Fortniting of Magic should be put in secret layers. But secret layers should be available as a print to demand thing, not a print to I was able to purchase this because I was on the website for early and that's it. That's the only reason I got it. Bam! Atreus, God of War. And there's also, hang on, let me go find it. There's also the Greek version when he was younger. One moment. It's somewhere in here. Oh, please. Oh, hang on. There's Freya. And Kratos. But I definitely think more people share your opinion about it than mine necessarily. I think for the most part, I don't mind it. I think there's like ways they could do it that are better, and the fact they're trying to push as many sets that they're pushing is where the problem rises. I think them doing like secret layers or like a mini set for fun that you can collect and stuff, I think those are really good ways to put this stuff in there because it is fun. Getting like I love my Kratos deck. I think it's so cool, and you know, brought like $1,000 worth of cards. So they brought like 3 cards. Got it. Okay. Hello.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder and Dryleaf Dane will never allow this.
Yeah, so they do dodge it, but they don't dodge this. And well, they try to, but they can't because there's a lingering hitbox. Now I should have brought more blue probably because I don't think I have enough blue. All right, there's the heal. There's Letta. There's Nathan. Now, in theory, they'll be distracted. Yep.
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot.
They are distracted. That's my opening. Oh, well. I hit the one I wasn't trying to hit. I'm not upset about it, because I do need to hit Dane anyways. Alright. Let's go, Nathan. Look at the damage Nathan's putting out today. Hot damn! Itch. Hot damage. It's hot damage, you get it? Nice job, Nathan. He basically soloed Letta. I think I got like 4 hits in there. Nice. Tend to like Letta's sword even if it's much worse. I also like Letta's sword, but I also do like I do like Milady quite a bit. Took it out on his work? Probably. I forgot. I got a notification that one of my old Fortnite videos, which doesn't even matter because it's not even posted anymore. But you can only... Yeah, that's fine. What the fuck are these? I got like 3 copyright things on a Fortnite video, which I've never even heard of these songs. I'm really curious. I'm gonna open it up in a second here because I'm actually like really curious. You know, actually, I'll do it after the run. I'll also get coffee after the run. Because we're basically on like 3 bosses, so we'll just do it after the run. Okay. Also makes sense. Yeah, Final Fantasy does work very well. I agree, not everything needs to be collab. I do think if they're gonna do them, Secret Lair is the spot to put them in. And I think making mechanically unique cards is where the problem comes into. Like if they make a version of, I don't know, let's take my Freya card. My Freya card is not even mechanically unique. My Freya card is just a card that exists in Theros that they turned into Freya. I think that works really well because you can just like, it's like getting a skin on a character, but it doesn't do anything different. Right? But when you get stuff that is mechanically unique, that's where it's like, okay, well now I might actually have to play with this card because this is a card that actually matters instead of just being like, I got this version of this instead of this version, you know? Like Soul Ring. Soul Ring has like 1,000 different versions. Right? Okay, we're gonna try the Ash on him. If it doesn't work on him, it's not going to work on PCR, but we're going to give it a shot on him because PCR is a lot faster, but PCR does have downtime where it might work. We go for the hit there, we jump backwards here, and we go for the charge. Whoa, bam! 2150. That's okay. 2544 is pretty solid when I hit the full thing, including the actual weapon. Thank you for your patience. Okay, and nice. Did not expect to actually get the roll there. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit. I was in it. I was hoping I wasn't. Ow. One second, sir. That's rude. I'm dead here. I'm alive! I'm alive. I can't believe I'm alive. I'm so surprised. I pressed R1 and he didn't or she didn't R1. Come on. It's fine. It's fine. Second try will be easier because they'll be further away in the first phase. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. Second try is the new first time. Yeah, exactly. It definitely feels like it's a little slow in some spots, but It's still so powerful that, like, I'm okay with it being a little slow in some spots, because good God. For something that goes that far, that is a lot of damage. Getting hit here? Yep. But not that badly. I'll drink some blue here while I can. Okay. Take the riposte. I think the riposte is smart. He's gonna do the big phase 2 transition now, yeah. There we go. That was a better fight. I was going for the correct moments with that instead of the just trying to slam it into the fight like I, you know, had been on the first attempt. Ah, was it going fatal? Okay, we'll go to 59. We'll get to 60 on faith, and then we can easily transition over to more strength and dex after that. I definitely am not going to have enough blue for this because they've got 80% holy resist, but we're going to try and see how much damage we do because I am very curious. Ooh, you got Starfist. Let's go. That's half, which makes sense because 40 resists for our dear friend Orlu versus, well, Godfrey versus the 80 that Radigan's got. I think I had no stamina there for a moment. It's a lot worse. This is not nearly as good of a showing as it has been for the entire rest of the run. Like the rest of the run, this has been an incredible weapon. And here, it being pierce damage and it being holy damage, like, just nowhere near as good. In what world was I in that? What, my big toe touched the explosion? Okay, fuck you. Yes, if you would like to riot, please, down the hall. You'll find James. That's where you do it. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna go with the charge attacks and actual physical damage because I don't think the Ash of War doing 1100 is very good. And I want to get more of the physical component coming into this. So this is going to be probably a lot better. Plus, we'll be able to take advantage of the amount of poise damage that we get to do with Great Spears. So I think logically, this is the smarter choice. Yeah, 781 for a charged heavy versus the, what, 1100 I was getting with the Ash of War, which takes 4 business days to actually activate. And more poise damage too, like. Oh, they did that stupid thing that I hate. You know that thing where you're like running and then they do that little like thing? That thing, they did that. Shit drives me nuts. My stamina is definitely a little on the low side for recovery. Okay. I was behind you. You can check the VOD. Was I behind you correctly? No, but I was behind you. I was absolutely directly behind that boss. That was some bullshit, I tell ya. What the fuck, man? Sometimes this game with the hitboxes, I feel like make shit up. Boulder Grand Stacks is a better version of Siluria's tree. Okay, okay. I'm getting hit. I bounced off and went backwards. That is the best scenario that could have happened there. Hell yeah. Sir. I'll be right back, chat. Hang on. I return. Hello. The Charged R2. Yeah, my problem with Bolt of Grand Sax is Bolt of Grand Sax is not a great weapon, but it has a good ash. This one is a completely fine weapon. It's got pierce damage, it's got holy damage. Holy damage is as good. But it's got pierce damage, and it has a good ash as well. So I quite like this, but I do think it's mid all across the board in comparison to other options, and only strong in like a couple specific respects. But I cannot deny that the Ash of War on this thing does like insane damage. Sounds good, Specs. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you Sunday, where you get to watch me and Brian race a randomizer, and I will probably lose, but I choose to believe in myself. We've walked off too many ledges. Yeah, it's very fair. That is very, very fair. I can't believe I'm having this many issues on Radigan. This is crazy. It also feels like Radigan has a lot more health than normal, which is obviously just because I'm using, you know, holy and pierce damage on him instead of strike damage and fire. But it does feel very weak. On the bright side, our weapon is literally, as far as weapons go, for weapons you should use on PCR, I think this is one of the best weapons you can use on PCR. It is pierce damage, it is holy damage. The only thing you're missing is rot. Otherwise, you have every single one of his weaknesses on one weapon, which is crazy cool. God, I hate getting Goku. That's the worst. Is he gonna do the stomp again? Does he do that every time he gets up? Poison break. I am gonna try one Ash of War at the start of this next fight with Elden Beast, because I am curious how much damage it'll do. We don't have, obviously, I'm not gonna put any of the other stuff on. We don't have a lot of the buffs that we normally would, but I am curious how much one Ash of War does do on you. I'm guessing 1100 or under. 1147. Okay. Thank you, game. I do exactly 1,000 with my hits. That's kind of funny. That's kind of really funny, actually. Why do I do exactly 1,000? That's crazy. It's less crazy that it's like a lot of damage. It's just the fact that it's an even exact number that I never see that. That never happens. It's always like 1102 or 11 or 1053 or something, but the fact that it's exactly 1,000, which it won't be for a bit because I'm gonna be, you know, doing less damage in a second here once all my shit runs out. But ow, that does damage when he goes up? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Here. Okay, goodbye. I did it slightly badly, so it's a little closer than I would like it to be, but it's fine. As long as he doesn't do the big swipey one, we're good. Or if he does do it, I need him to do it later like that. Thank you, Elden Beast. I appreciate you. Think I get another poise break? I should, right? I mean, Great Spears have great poise damage. They have good poise damage. Great poise damage is on things like Great Hammers and Colossus. We might get another poise break, but chances are low. Remember when we didn't have Tor and you had to do that jump manually with your character? Ah, I don't miss those days. Oh, it's so hard to tell if I'm gonna get a poise break. He's definitely reset his poise a little bit, if not fully. Man, I missed the even 1,000 damage. That was so nice. Hey, poise break. We did it. Great. Okay. Radigan was really the problem here. Again, holy damage, not good on either of these. We knew that going into this. Still decent damage. Given the 80% resist, the physical component definitely helps for sure, but now we get to have some fun. Because now we get to shred PCR's health bar. Or hopefully shred PCR's health bar. You and you. Space is something you're naturally good at. Yeah, totally possible. Yeah. Let's go to there because I definitely need more endurance. All right, get your bets in now. How much damage do we do to PCR with one fully charged Ash? We might hit the weapon part. We might not hit the weapon part. Get your bets in. Get your bets in. All of the damage. Great answer. 41,000. Awesome answer. 4,100. Better answer. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing like 5K. 5,400. Good God. Hang on. Let me drink. I need the opportune moment. This is not it. I need you to do the correct move. This is still not the correct move. There you go. Nope, not it. Come on. That's not it either. Come on, work with me here, buddy. Come on, man. Do the move. God, you suck today. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay, and then, ooh, yeah! It's gonna do less here. Yeah, so we lose 2,000. Good God, going to phase 2, we lose 2,000 damage. That's fucking hysterical. Still, 3,000 in phase 2 is still really good. That is really funny that I lose that much. I didn't roll. Yeah. Go do your thing. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. 36 though. That's crazy. How's it going, Nom? 27 times under 5 minutes. She scares you. That's fair. That's fair. You missed deck. Yes, Fred Durst is here to hype me up. It's true. It's true. Did like 9K every stance R2. I believe it. I believe it. How's it going, world? I only managed to do Limgrave before realizing that it was going to take a lot longer than I was planning it to. And I'm going to break it down into doing sections of the game, but I can confidently tell you that there are 6,040 trees in Limgrave. That includes Stormvale Castle. If you would like to fact check me, you are more than welcome to. And how's it going? Thank you so much for the 10 months. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know stamina. It's a lot of oxygen, it is. You're gonna leave that one alone? How dare you? I did. I hope you had a wonderful holiday as well. If you celebrated, I hope you had a wonderful celebration. Have you requests for it? I have a list of them I need to get through still, but it is normally a redeem on the channel. I will be bringing it back. I have it turned off at the moment so I can actually get through the list of them, and I've been doing a terrible job of getting through the list of them because they keep coming up with other ideas like counting all the trees in Elden Ring based off of other things that other people do. And I'm like, this seems funny. Let's do a version of that. But it will return. It will return. It will return. Are you gonna? There you go. Man, the fact that hitting the weapon does 1,300 damage, roughly, really shows how weak the Pierce weakness is. That was weird. I have legitimately no idea what happened there. There's definitely not enough time in the second phase for the Ash of War, except for like maybe 2 moves, which are the same usual moves that let us do a lot of stuff, but so that's the problem with PCR. PCR has too much shit going on all the time, so you don't get to take advantage of a lot of really cool things. Like the fight is way too fast, way too much of the time, so you don't get to do a lot of the stuff that is actually like a part of the game that is on the slower side of things that is kind of cool. You know what I mean? Ow. It's lame. Oh, I was trying to drink and then heal. It didn't work. If you had said there are 10 trees, I would have believed you. Thank you. Because it's a Christmas tree. Exactly, Cheese. How's it going, Cheese? Excluding yesterday? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying. We redeem fist only. Yes, because fist only is not a weapon. By definition, fists only, fists are not a weapon. They're the lack of a weapon. Now, will I do fist only on my own at some point? Possibly. The problem that I have with fist only is the same problem that I have with rolling only, which is every single boss attempt takes like 45 minutes or longer. And it's not like I don't know the bosses very well, because I do. And especially when you look at the process of hitting them, like, it's not like I'm using something really, really, really slow. It's not like I'm using like a really, really bad weapon or bad Ash of War that takes like 12 business days to connect or whatever. But the nature of those runs is you have to be perfect for so long, and they become very, the one time I tried roll only, I would do like 45-minute attempts on Moog. And then I would die at the very end, and it was just like, I don't want to do that every single time. It's a little slow. I can't go further than the second phase, unfortunately. Yes, it is a test of endurance. I agree. I concur. Take multiple hours? Mm-hmm. No, bare fists don't scale with any stats at all, unfortunately. I think they should scale with strength and dexterity, but... yeah, you can ask for Tail Ace and Needle. Good. Fist only Fire Giant phase 2 would be hell. It would be. Although, to be fair, I think the thing that would take the longest in this game to kill with fists only is not a boss, but is our big old sleeping dragon friend that we farm for runes. I feel like that would take the longest out of anything. Yeah. Rykard would take longer? Possibly? Rykard would definitely be up there. For sure. Gideon bare fist? Weirdly, I don't know how bad Gideon would be, because you could just, like, theoretically, like, walk up R2, he'll roll away, walk up R2, he'll roll away. Like, it would take a while, but... yeah, Rykard would involve a lot of backing off. You'd have to run around waiting for the stuff to tick up. I am going to swap off the Ash of War, because the Ash of War, although it's good damage, is not nearly as good as it could be. And we're instead going to go with charge attacks and things. Did I do the right thing? Am I stupid? Nope, we're good. Unsheath out of my hands, that'd be great. You parried Melania, let's go, congrats. Add bleed damage, forgot to clip their nails, I love it. Definitely push roll, I didn't roll though, that was weird. Oh well. Get in here, buddy. Yeah, if you let go of the button like even a smidge early, it definitely does not. What the fuck are you doing? It doesn't do that at all. You have to hold it down for a while. Come here. Really? Normally that works. I must have missed it by a hair. Well, I was going cram. We level 1 on weapons only. To be fair, I have done +0 weapons. +0 weapons are one of the best ways you can learn this game if you want to. If you want to learn how to fight bosses in this game, don't do a level 1 run, because a level 1 run, your character will get killed by every single attack, unless you have bubbles here. By doing a +0 run, you can have as many stats as you want, so you can actually have armor, health, defense, and you can learn the boss fight. It'll take you a while to kill the boss, but you'll learn the boss fight. So if you really want to get better at the game, do a +0 weapon run. Smithing stone weapons that can't be infused, that'd be fun. There's probably a good chunk of those too, right? Yeah, good old Great Club. Imagine if Great Club could have Cragblade. If only. Hiya! Thank you. Blade of Mercy might have been a good idea as well for this run, to be honest. Ooh, you know what? Even though I'm not using the Ash fully, I am able to hit you from a ways away, so I can do some damage still. There's a good point for the Ash, even though it's not as good on this fight as it is on others. The Ash War being able to hit from that range when he's up in the air, pretty solid. This weapon is very good, and it does have its purposes, for sure. It just falters in the back half of the base game because of the fact of it being holy damage, like almost everything else that's holy damage faltering in the back half of the base game. But up until the back half of the base game, we love to see it. Can I do it here, you think? Nope. Well, I mean, it didn't not work. It just unfortunately didn't work perfectly. Unfortunately. The mod for Dark Souls 3's Dark Souls 3 weapons. How's it going, Synthetic? I don't know if I have seen that mod. I'm getting hit here. I can't do anything about it. That missed, and I'm very upset about it. That's the other thing too. The range on the Ash is like really good, but it also doesn't go as far as I hope it will sometimes. Or as far as it looks like it does. Like, it's really good range, do not get me wrong, but I poised through that. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. I didn't expect to poise through that. I thought I was getting pulled in there. Okay. The other problem I have with this fight is you spend most of the fight looking at your health bar, or your health bar, and your stamina bar, to make sure that you have enough stamina. Unless you level enough up so you don't need to worry about it. Which I guess, to be fair, most people do, but where's the fun in that? Excellent. Okay. Goodbye, PCR. Now, we do have a couple things that we need to do before we can say sayonara to Siluria's tree. Number one, we need to go see if we can go kill. There's a particular death bird. If you saw the sort of darkness run, we got to the Deathrite bird in Altus, and we're not able to kill it in one shot. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing I did in that run. I'm gonna set my stats to 99 across the board for all of the damaging stats. And we are gonna go up to that Deathrite bird, and we are going to turn off its AI and press L2 and see if it kills it. And if it does, then we'll move on to the next strongest Deathrite bird and see what the strongest Deathrite bird is that we can kill with one shot with this. Because this feels like it does more damage than the Sword of Darkness one did. And incredibly mega OP, it would be, but that's you know, that's kind of the fun. I like OP things in this game. Tried up some, realize some crazy lore. Oh, got in the new block with their weapon. True. I always forget to do that. It's a good point. The Misu Misakiko weapon mod. Ah, cool. You maxed out Moonveil, love it. The arena-wide move. Oh, it might be actually true. True. Yeah. It's a good point. Could be. All right, get your predictions in. Do we one-shot this Deathrite bird? Yes, no, get your bets in now. Wait, I didn't put the... Actually, I don't really need the holy... I have the holy tier. I don't need the faith tier because I have max faith. Buff or no buff, we are just going to use the physic, and then we're going to press L2. Where are you? Here? There you are. 90% there. How's it going, bad? 99% shot. Okay. With a heavy weapon or a lighter weapon, I would go with a heavier weapon. A heavier weapon will micro stagger Malenia, which means that you're able to actually prevent her from hitting you, which is really nice. All right, we have a 90%, a 99%. Let's see what happens. We walk up. We are buffed with the physic, and... Okay, on to the next Deathrite bird. The next strongest Deathrite bird is going to be the one in mountaintops, right? Right? Should be this one. Giza's wheel is great against Malenia. Yeah. I would go Giza's wheel. 90 is 100, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Okay, this is a significant step up. Do you think this will do it here? We did 8,000 without looking up the boss's health bar, because that's cheating. 8,693 damage is what the number said. We're also going to try and one-shot PK, and I don't know if we're going to be able to, but we're going to try and one-shot PK as well. Hello, bird. Okay, let's see. No, we do 50%, just over 50% of the Deathrite bird and mountaintops. Lame. Yep, Dragon Scale Blade is also good. I agree with that. Okay, to PK, which is here, right? I've given myself 20 skidoo, okay? I've given myself 20 skidoo. Ooh, I should give myself, we're not gonna worry about Rakshasa. We're gonna do it without Rakshasa. 8% isn't gonna make a big difference. Go to Murder Nile. I don't need to on this run, I'm afraid. But if I see Nile on another run, I will. But on this run, I don't need to. On most runs we kill now, because I need to go to Millennium most of the time, but we don't need to do that this time. Okay, PK, I need you to come around the corner if you don't mind. Hang on. Go. Okay. Hello, PK. Man, you look really cool. Look at his face. Like, it's like gemstone-y. Anyways, okay, cool. All right, here we go. %50%. So if I had all the buffs with this, I could 100% kill him in one shot. But only 50% on PK and only 50% on that Deathrite bird. However, this is a new winner for the most amount of, or the highest death bird that we've been able to kill in one shot. This is now beating out the Sword of Darkness as the top one. Sounds good, Nom. Have a great day at work. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you later. Okay, well. Siluria's Tree. Overall, good weapon. Good damage. I really like it in PvP, especially when you do the tap. Like that, and you get that little like swirl at the end. Pretty solid. I do wish that this was a little bit faster, but it might be a little broken than if it was. I wish this was a smidge faster, but I really like it overall. It does a crap ton of damage, and it is a great spear, so I can't be too upset. They're pretty good. Anyways, goodbye, YouTube.